And in El Salvador, especially, they're at the forefront of this. Bukele and the government in El Salvador legalized a legal tender as BTC in 2021. They're right at the forefront of the digital asset market. They've got a strong regulator there in El Salvador that works very well with the government.
All right, welcome back inside our proactive newsroom. And joining me now is Adrian Hogg. He is the head of VLRM markets for Valerium. And Adrian, it's great to see you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Great to be here.
So Valerium announcing that you've launched the VLRM markets, and let's start there. Explain to everyone what this is.
Yeah, this is a regulated DASP, a regulated and licensed DASP in El Salvador. It's an RWA marketplace. And basically, we're building a market for full life cycle events of all digital assets. So from the asset creation and issuance all the way through to trading, secondary market, full life cycle, so distribution, redemptions. So we're building the whole market for multiple products.
I would imagine that you're seeing an ever increase in those digital assets. So we've heard about the rise of tokens and other things like that. That's a big part of what's going on in the world right now. Am I accurate in that?
Yeah, you're right. And in El Salvador, especially, they're at the forefront of this. Bukele and the government in El Salvador legalized a legal tender as BTC in 2021. They're right at the forefront of the digital asset market. They've got a strong regulator there in El Salvador that works very well with the government. And we're leaning into that and building a business in El Salvador using that digital technology for all the benefits that RWA and digital assets have.
Now, I want to ask you about some of the products that you have in the markets you're going to be servicing. But when I was researching this, it also talked about how you want to sort of have this proof of concept moving forward, so people understand what you're doing and sort of grow with you as you grow.
Yeah, exactly. We're going for traditional RWA products that most counterparts do. So we have real estate. Real estate is we consider one of our revenue generating products, but also we're going for sports and lifestyle all the way through the spectrum of royalties as well. So we're looking to bring on board multiple counterparts. We're looking to bring on board the public. We have permissions for public as well, so it's not just institutional. So we're going to bring all kinds of products onto market that are interesting, that should be interest to all kinds of different people to come on and to trade.
Yeah. El Salvador, you mentioned that. You've already got a signing in El Salvador in the sports area. Tell me a bit about this one.
Yeah, we signed a football club last week called FAS. They're one of the biggest football clubs in El Salvador. They won the championship the most times. And it just shows the market what we're trying to do. We're speaking to football clubs in Europe as well and elsewhere in Central and South America. And it's all part of bringing that interest into the market, putting eyes on the business, bringing buy side into the market. So we have that wide spectrum of products through all the way through for our from our real estate all the way through to sports and lifestyle.
Yeah, and lastly, I'm interested to know that what you would say to people who are unfamiliar with digital assets and why they keep hearing about them and seeing the rise of them. What would you sort of tell them to educate them about how the importance of them moving forward?
Yeah, it's just the better way to do business. In our current legacy infrastructure, it's quite cumbersome. It's very slow. There's multiple disconnected, disjointed parts. This is end to end, so it makes it much faster to do it, makes it much cheaper to do it. It means that we can then provide access to more counterparts. We can bring SMEs into tokenization where you can't in the legacy systems. You can't take an SME to NASDAQ, but you can into tokenization. So the access point then allows the market to grow from all counterparts, from issuers and from the buy side as well.
Well, it's going to be a very busy time moving forward. I'm excited to see how this all rolls out. Adrian, thank you so much. Great to see you again.
Yes, my pleasure. Thank you.
Adrian Hogg. He's the head of VLRM markets for Valerium.